Well, let's go ahead and get started. Alright. Alright, I think we're live. Alright, what's up guys? It's been a little while. Hope everybody's been doing well. Last couple streams, we're just gonna get right into things because bit on a what is it, tight schedule. I gotta wake up sorta early, so we're gonna do a quick stream. Probably gonna be about an hour long, so we're not gonna get through too much content, so we'll see what we get through. Probably just do like one chaos run or something. And yeah, that'll probably be it for stream. So the main thing, of course, is we're doing Chizaru summits, testing her out, seeing how she is, yada yada yada, and all that good stuff. I don't know if they added anything new for this update. Well, I mean, besides like her some new QL changes, like upgrading characters should be a lot easier now. It should be a lot less expensive, so that's gonna be pretty fun. And then yeah, I'm not too sure if there's anything else that's like specifically new that I'm forgetting potentially, but yeah. Okay, a little bit of a teaser for a future character, I'm assuming. Also, that's pretty cool. Log in for 7 days, you get free 10 pulls for a limited banner, so that's very, very nice. Or standard banner, my bad. Wrong pull. Wrong pull currency. But I mean, you know, basically the same thing, alright? There's some nice login rewards, get all your EXP or money, or not XP, money back for anything you did spend on characters, because, you know, they did reduce the amount that it costs for characters, so that's very, very nice. What is this? Unigram. Oh yeah, this is the feature they mentioned where you can basically talk to your characters and raise their affinity and whatnot, I think. That's pretty cool. Yuki, let's see, what happens if we just kind of spam through this a little bit? Messaging Yuki, is it like, okay, it's like Nikki and other gacha games where you get like a little bit of currency out of it. That's pretty cool. Very, very nice. Also, do let me know if the audio levels are weird or whatever, but they should be good, for at least when I tested it before stream starts, so we should be in the clear, I'd say, for the most part. Let's see, what else do we have? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I think the battle pass probably got updated too, huh? Because I think the battle pass is supposed to end. Oh, got messages here. Is this an event or something else? Looks like it's an event, a permanent event. Oh, okay. We got whatever this is. Present. Okay, got some decent rewards here. Got a new trial for Chizaru, which we'll be checking out in a bit. This event already ended. And this is the current ongoing stuff at the moment. There should be a new, second supply shop. So we got some mega code, which is a free dupe, if I'm correct, for any 5-star character, which is really cool. And then, of course, 5 more pulls. This time it's going to be for the standard banner instead of the limited banner. And then more pulls for the thing that gives animations to your cards. And then I'm guessing third supply is going to probably be maybe another 5 or maybe 10, you know, for both limited and standard. Not too sure. Yeah, because this that one was that, and then this one doesn't have any limited pulls, only standard banner pulls, which I think is okay, because they've been giving us quite a lot, to be honest, in pulls, which, hey, I ain't complaining personally. Yeah, let's see. Then I forgot, this is the battle pass one right here, right? Yeah, all right. I'm definitely gonna be picking this up, but I'll be picking this up a little bit later. But I will definitely be picking up. As far as characters go, I'm not too sure which character I'll choose this time. Last time I chose Priscilla, and I think she's pretty fun. I actually like Priscilla a lot. She does a pretty good damage. She's pretty nice for DPS characters for, I forget what it's called. Striker, is it? What the class is called? I don't remember. Yeah, Striker. She's pretty good. I like her. As for my next pickup, honestly, I may go with either Anitia because of the whole psionic thing, and if you guys don't know, Chizaru is a psionic character. I don't know if she's gonna really work with all with Chizaru. I have to look what Chizaru does. I did watch the live stream though, of them going over what she does for a little bit. I didn't catch all of it in terms of like the details, but I did get an idea. But I'll test her out and see. But I'm assuming she's probably not gonna be super useful with Chizaru, but who knows? Maybe she might actually be pretty good with Chizaru, but I'm not too sure. I mean, looking at it, when a card is created for the first time by assigning combatant each turn, 8% damage amount to attack cards. So I mean, yeah, it'll probably be fine. If anything, you could probably run this on shoot, I'm forgetting her name. The free-to-play character, the psionic. I need to look at her name because I completely forgot what she's called or what her name is. Tressa. Yeah, Tressa. You could probably run that on Tressa, and that would probably work out really, really well because supposedly it looks like Tressa is going to be one of the best partners for Chizaru. So if you're interested in building Chizaru, you're probably going to want to build up Tressa as well. So Anitia might be an option. Otherwise, I may go for like Sarita here, just so I can have another damage, another basically better support character for my is it Veronica? No, Renoa, for Renoa. I mean, I can also run this on Luke, and this would be really good for Luke too, because the whole critical chance thing, which is great. So this could work on either one of them. So, and then Solia wouldn't be a bad option either. She would be really good for, mainly for Hugo, but she could work on, what is it, Veronica, but definitely has more usability for someone like Hugo. One thing I do think is interesting though, is that since first we got a Striker, right, as our second limited character technically, that was in day one, right, which was Yuki. And then now we're getting a psionic character, which is pretty cool because we barely have any psionic characters at 5 stars. So I wonder if the upcoming character, which I think is gonna be the I forgot what her name was, but the next character should be the tank chick, or not tank chick. This is like a character like white, that's like all white, kind of looks like Cinderella from Nikkei a little bit. And I think she's gonna be a tank, in my opinion. I think she's gonna be like a tank, maybe kind of like Kalipi, where she's gonna be like a bit of a DPS tank. I think that's what we're gonna be getting next, is a DPS character. I could see her also being maybe like a support character, or maybe even a ranger. But I think, you know, I mean, you know, I guess you could say she has guns, right? Because the whole beams or whatever. But I think the thing that makes the most sense is her being a tank. So I think she's gonna be a tank. But we'll see how that goes. But for the time being though, as far as what I'm thinking of choosing for my second round, I think I'm probably going to be choosing between these 3 here. More so between these 2, between either maybe getting a buff for my Veronica, I mean not Veronica, Renoa, I don't know, keep getting the names mixed up, or getting this for Chizaru. But I might also try to do a couple pulls for Chizaru support, just because I might have enough extra, depending on how our pulls go, because you know, been saving up quite a bit, you know, been able to save up quite a bit of something, so that's very, very nice. And yeah, also very close to this, to finally be able to choose what character I want, which who knows, maybe I'll pick up Rin, or maybe I'll pick up Keiron, because he's pretty cool, but at the same time kind of the same thing as Chizaru here, so it's like, you know, kind of no point at that point to really get him, I think. So it'll probably be between Rin, maybe Aurelia, though Magna might not be a bad option either, but at the same time Magna's not really super useful at the moment. But just some options. Kind of leaning more towards Ren, but at the same time I don't really need Ren, to be fair. If anything, someone like Magna might be more useful. But I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, we're just gonna go for the 1 copy of Chizaru, see if we get her. We do have enough to at least pity, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, Cassius is not boosted on this banner, which it does suck, but Ray and Tressa are pretty nice. Though the funny thing is that with Ray, I think you only need to pull like 1 or 2 dupes, and then you're able to get her fully duped, I think. No, I'm thinking wrong about that. No, I think you still need, because you do get like 1 dupe for free, I think. But to get her fully duped out, I think you need like 4 or 5 more, something like that. But so I guess it's not that bad. But you know, both characters are pretty good. Still kind of wish Cassius wasn't here, because I still don't have him, but oh well. Anyways, let's go ahead and see how these pulls go. Hopefully we get Chizaru, because I kind of would like to pull for her support card, and hopefully get that early, because I do have enough to pity it, but I kind of also don't want to personally. Like if I can, I'd rather not pity her support card, because I'd rather save my pulls for more future characters, right? But at the same time, the pull amount has been pretty good, though. To be fair, a decent chunk of my pulls, at least from this currency up here, the actual summon currency itself, not the, or the, how to explain, the currency you can buy, but not the pulls itself, if that makes sense. So that I have been getting a little bit extra of a bump because of like the whole $5 login daily thing, and then also the battle pass. Well, depending on the battle pass doesn't really give you anything, but like battle pass does give you like a certain amount when you initially buy it, but what it doesn't give you is like, you know, additional like some currency from that. Though at the same time I did get like, I think it's like 5 pulls you get in total from the battle pass itself, as like the actual summon currency they used to summon on like the limited banner. But for the most part, most of these summons, like I'd say most of, yeah, like literally like 90% of it has been literally just from free pulls of the devs just being generally pretty generous with the game, and also just playing the game in general. But More so just the devs being generous because it's been the males that's been giving me most of these summons. This is a pretty good multi Loki for the 4 stars. But yeah, unfortunately we have to go to pity, but oh well, it is what it is. Is it really gonna be on the? Okay, that's funny. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, ain't no way they better make me go do at least one single just to get the 5-star. Hopefully it's Chizaru though. So it would kind of suck if I have to go again. Yeah, I think that's her, right? Okay, yeah. Ooh, let's go. We got Chizaru, guys. We got Chizaru. Ooh, hell yeah. It's kind of funny how many characters have the same design of like Japanese themed, purple black hair, purple electric vibe, and you know, everything to that. It's just funny how many characters like that have existed in so many of these games as of recently. But I ain't complaining, so it is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is, I suppose. I'll do a few. We could do a few for her support here. Like I said, I would like to have it just to have it, because I think it'll probably be pretty good. I actually should probably check out what the heck it even does, because I haven't even read what it does. But it would be kind of nice to have it. Let's see, what does it even do? Or what does she do, right? It's not like an actual weapon. So let's see, so the Senkaban's attack is increased by 8%. And then every time the Senkaban's cards stack, increases damage amount of attack cards by 5%, up to 3 times, so she can get an extra additional 15% damage from that. And then every time one attack card is used by the assigned combatant, deal 3 hits, which is pretty cool, especially if there's any enemies where they're like, oh, you can't, they don't take any damage unless you hit them a certain amount of times. And then you inflict 30% fixed damage to the target, so you also play a DOT, which is pretty cool. And it doesn't really give a what's the word, a turn limit, so I guess it's like an infinite, like permanent, like a permanent, like 30% DOT every time, I guess. No, okay, no, yeah, so it's not a DOT, it's just saying specifically one enemy will take 30% fixed damage, and then that's it. As far as the 30% goes, I don't know if it's like based off their own HP or based off like this support attack, or based off Chizaru's attack, and that's the 30% fixed damage, or if it's just like 30% fixed damage of the target's HP and like it's like, you know, cut off. Not too sure on that one, but that sounds really good though for the most part, I'd say. And then the actual effect, the skill itself, you deal 200 AoE to all enemies, and you play Fierce Winds, which Fierce Winds 50% damage amount to attack cards of the second combatant for 1 turn, which is quite strong. Plus the AoE is pretty nice for cases, because I think I want to say Chizaru is mainly single target, but I'm not too sure on that fact. But yeah, this seems like a really strong support card in my opinion. I think this is a really good one for sure. You get like a lot of damage out of it. You get some nice AoE out of it. I guess in terms of like the actual effect itself here, it's not too crazy, but at the same 30%, like, because you know, it's not like a draw 1 card or whatever, right? But 50% damage to the attack cards, not just one, right? To all attack cards of the character that this is being used by, is really, really good. Granted, it looks like it is from 1 turn, but I think that's fine, because you can totally like time it to be like, you know, stack it perfectly, right? What's the cost on it too, anyways? It's 4 costs, so could be a little bit tricky, but you know, you can maybe pair it up with some other ones depending on how things go. But yeah, not too bad. Definitely would like to grab it for sure. Preferably early. Preferably early. Looks like that's not gonna happen though. Oh, I got a Mika dupe, I'll take that. I will say it is a little bit funny how a lot of dupes in this game aren't that crazy. Like some that are the better dupes, or like better buffs you get from duping characters, are like the earlier ones. Like Ray is pretty early for a really good one, and then others are like, don't even bother, right? Like even if you do more pulls, I mean, even if you like get more dupes like for you know, to go further along the way, it doesn't really even benefit the character that much, or gives like mediocre buffs, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. I think it's kind of a good thing, because then it incentivizes this, like, it's not like saying like, hey, oh, you need to pull this dude because it's like super game breaking or broken, right? Or like Genshin, where it's like, oh hey, yeah, Genshin I think, but mainly I think also HSR, where it's like, oh hey, brand new mechanic for the character, right? Unfortunately, this looks like we're gonna have to go to pity here, which does suck. But we do have a decent amount of pulls, so it's fine. It's fine. You know, definitely doesn't hurt. Definitely doesn't hurt one bit. Oh, did we get it early? Oh, did we get? Oh, finally got cases. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. I've been dying to get this motherfucker for a while, so that makes me happy. Though, to be fair, he did get nerfed, so that kind of sucks. But I'm glad I did get him finally. All right, this should be the last 10 roll we need to do here. Down to 13k currency. Yeah, there we go. We got the screen glitch. Finally got the stupid support. And that's really expensive because I had to go to pity for both banners, which sucks. But oh well. I do want to gear up with something good, so that's fine by me. But ouch, man. I had to go to pity twice, basically. Unfortunate. But at least we got it, so can't really complain too much. No doubles, unfortunately, though. It was still crazy though how that other banner I literally got triple of the support card or support character, which was crazy. Or yeah, I guess card, but yeah, I was like, damn, that's crazy. 13k. Is that enough to still pay a character, or is that like a little bit past that? Let me see, because I'm curious. 13k. Divide that by that. Okay, that's about 8 pulls, so yeah, okay, so we should have enough basically to pity. Yeah, that should be enough, I think, because 8 pull in multis, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that should be enough to at least guarantee one more pity here for any banner, basically. Hopefully I'll be able to restock this by a significant amount by the time the next character comes out, which will be in 20 days, so basically the end of December for the most part. Anyways, I saved these pulls up because I wanted to see if I can get some some animations going on for Chizaru's cards here. So let's hopefully see if we can get some. Off to a not so great start. Oh, I got Tressa. Oh well. I lost one. Might be able to buy a few more though in the shop. Let's see. This is the one we have an animation, so we kind of. Oh, there we go. At least got one. I'll take it. I will take that gladly. Let me see. I think I can buy a few more. Here we go. There's also this one, but it's like 600 cost, which is like super expensive. I actually don't know if that's even possible. Yeah, this is the other shop. Well, that's a different shop. Not too sure. Alrighty. I mean, hey, I could buy half a pity here, but yeah, I'd rather save these for like the pity buy one of these. Originally, I was thinking that, oh, maybe I would buy one of the ones currently in game, but then I was like, no, I probably shouldn't do that. What I should probably do is like save this for any time like an emergency, and then I can just pity buy whichever one of these I like want, preferably the for new character, right? Because what's nice is that boom, immediately when the new banner hits, both the character's card gets added in there, and then the character themselves doesn't. Yeah, they don't get. Oh, well, kind of, but I think you have to own them, right? Yeah, you have to actually own the character, so you can't buy the character. But one thing you should be doing as a free-to-play player, for the most part, is you just do the pulls only on the character banner, and then over time you will have accumulate this currency, and then you can just pick whichever support you really think you need the most at the time, and then you just keep going from there. That's how you would run this game as free-to-play player. As free-to-play player, you probably do have enough to do summons for this banner. I would say maybe do one rotation if you really want it, or if it's like really broken, then maybe then. Otherwise, I'd say it's probably best only to summon for on the character banner, and then like I said, then like my last stream, to be honest, you would just use this currency over here and just buy the actual support itself and not really buy any extra pulls. That way you're more efficient with your stuff. The downside is that you will have to wait a while to buy these, unless you want to just say screw it. Like once you got the characters you care about here, you could just start summoning here and start picking up support from this banner. Not a bad option either. The downside though is that you will be missing out on if there's any other characters you're interested in, or any future characters that do get added, right? Because if you guys don't know, future or past characters that were on raid up will be added. Like Yuki is now on raid up, and she was raided up last time, and then Haru was raided up last time before her when the game launched, right? So more and more characters will be added to this banner. So that's a bit of a downside, is that if you do stop summoning on this banner, you're going to be missing out on maybe getting new characters from this if you maybe missed them out when they first came out, right? But if you don't really care about them or whatever, and you just really want to grind supports, you could just say screw it and just throw your standard banner pulls in here, which wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm thinking of probably doing that myself, but after I pick up like Ren, and then basically once I pick up all these characters here, that's probably when I'm going to be like, okay, now I'm going to move over to this banner and start trying to pick up some more of the standard banner supports. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. But for the time being, most of my summons will just be thrown into here, to be honest. And even some of the dupes are kind of like not too bad. Alrighty, well, we got Chizaru, so that's nice. It did put a bit of a dent in my account, so that kind of sucks, but you know, oh well. Oh well. Alright, let's see. You got a dupe, let's give you that. One of these are even good. Retain a source of water. Oh, this is for the ultimate. So what's it saying? Add retain to source of water created by the surge card. Oh, so basically when she does her ultimate, these two, whatever source of water she creates, the two that she does, they get retained. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's actually a pretty good buff. And then you get 2-way with the start of battle. This one also isn't too bad either, because you can technically get like a free AP if you get the wave card that has AP. So in some cases with some decks you can make that work really well, where you don't have to waste the AP to get that. Or you can get extra benefit out of it. Oh, and then my Selena's now max dupes. That's pretty good. This character is actually quite strong, supposedly, from what I've been hearing. So I'll probably build her up at some point, because I heard she's like a really strong character. Like, she can do a ton of damage. So now that she's fully duped out for me, probably be pretty fun to have her, you know, mess with her a bit. And then I also need to work on my Tressa here, because, you know, it's about time. You know, it's about time my Tressa got some love. You know, she's been chilling here with no levels, and now she's max duped, so I'd say now's a pretty good time to start leveling up my Tressa, because she's been kind of just sitting here doing nothing. We got Maribel here. How many dupes will we get for her? Just one. Okay. And then Ray, I know I got a couple dupes for you. Just 2. Okay. Not too crazy. This one's pretty good. Allies attack card damage is increased by 20% as a upgrade passive. That's pretty strong. What the fuck? Okay, that's a pretty good one, not gonna lie. That's a pretty good one. I think, which one was it? Was it this one? When raise an attack card, heal. Yeah, so this one's really good because you can Ray now becomes a healer. So that's why this one's good. Which you only need like 1 dupe for. But this one is quite strong in my opinion too. You literally give everybody a 20% damage boost for attack cards. That's quite good. Unfortunately, it's for the max dupes, or her final dupe, which I don't have. But damn, it's actually quite strong, not gonna lie. Makes Ray really good. Yeah, I honestly love how every character in this game is just like, it's just really good. It's just really good. I mean, to be fair though, we also have characters like Lucas and Luke who aren't that great either, but hey, you know. Basically every character is pretty good, right? Alright, well, before we level up anybody else, let's focus on our main girl Chizaru here now that we got her. So let's give her her partner. So we'll assign you. Oh, that's right, we can also give you one of these. I think the one I want to do the most to give her the design will be this one. This one I feel is the best one to give it to her first. Yeah, okay. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. You know, I think this is the best one to go for personally. If you were to, you know, get one prism like me, I think the first one is the middle one. I think that's the one that makes the most sense. Bound it at dusk to grab first, personally. Alright, let's take a quick peek as to what that actually even does. So she has a shield, easy. You're gonna probably throw that away, get rid of. So we have Initiation Karmic Flames attack card. So 100% damage, 1 curse shackles, add 1 hit to the card. Okay. So Initiation, place this card on top of the draw pile at the start of battle. And then, okay. Curse Shackles, when an ally uses an attack card other than a bind card on a target in a Curse Shackle state, gain 1 Will-O-Wisp for each hit count. When applied to a different target, remove Curse Shackles. So when an ally uses an attack card other than a bind card, so it's basically someone else has to use an attack card, That's not bind, which I'm not too sure what that is, but I'm assuming it's just Chizaru who has bind cards. And then on a curse shackle state, so I'm guessing she's able to apply that, maybe? Or I guess it's saying, yeah, so I think it's saying that she will apply a curse shackle to the enemy, and then if you use the card again, I'm guessing you add an extra hit. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see how that works. Because it's either saying that she applies it and she's also adding the extra hit, or maybe it's just like the wording just saying that, oh, she applies the curse shackles, but what it means is that it adds one hit. So I don't really know. I'm confusing myself a little bit. Let's see. So bind. When bind cards of this unit are in hand, stack into one card. If bind is 3 or higher, change the shadow of the moon. And then when a bind card is used, reset stacks max 5 stacks. So if it's 3 or higher, so you can make this go up to 5. It will transform into Shadow of the Moon, and then when you use it, it will reset itself. Okay. Will o' the Wisp. When 5 Will o' the Wisp are gained, create 1 Shadow of the Moon, so another Shadow of the Moon. But this one's a plus, this one's just regular. When the effect is activated, decrease a Will o' the Wisp by 5. Curse Shackle, an effect that activates when the target is in a Curse Shackle state. Okay, so I think this is kind of like Yuki with how she worked, where you have to do the initiation or whatever. I'm assuming this is kind of like a similar idea with the Curse Shackle thing, kind of the same thing, where you have to apply the effect itself first, and then you get the extra effect at the bottom there, is what that's saying. Okay. And then it says Epiphanies. So these are like the basic ones here. So we have initiation. So all these basically have initiation. Does the original one have it? Yeah, the original one has initiation. And then basically 150% damage, 1 Curse Shackle, add 1 hit. So this one's just the regular. Okay, so this one just get extra damage. Okay. This one, you decrease the cost of the next card of this unit used by 1. Okay, that could be pretty good. And then everything else is the same. Oh, but the difference though this time is that you don't get the extra hit, so that kind of sucks. This other one here, you get more damage, you get the Curse Shackle still. But now the Curse Shackle effect will be increased damage amount by 100%. That sounds like it could be pretty good. Okay. I don't know if the one hits better, but the extra damage by 100% sounds quite good. This one's 2 cost. You get 1 Curse Shackle, and you create 1 Shadow of the Moon. Okay. And this is Shadow of the Moon over here. So Shadow of the Moon. Let's see. So Shadow of the Moon, bind 1 and retain 50% damage, 20% damage amount for each bind stack. This sounds very similar to what Tressa does with her shadow daggers, where there's like 0 cost and you apply the DOT to the enemy. This sounds something kind of similar to that a little bit. Let's see. So bind 1, when bind cards of this unit are in hand, second to 1, yada yada. So then it becomes Shadow of the Moon, which basically 50% damage, 20% damage amount for each bind stack. So if your max is 5, that's gonna be 200% damage. Oh no, 100%. Yeah, I'm tripping. 100%. So if you have 5 of these stacks, you get a 100% damage increase plus the 50% damage here. Okay, that sounds like it could be pretty good. And then here's Shadow of the Moon plus. So the upgraded version here is a unique version. You can recover your health too. So 70% damage times 2, recover 5% of max HP, and then 20% damage amount for each bind stack. So basically you get a fuck ton more damage and you're able to heal yourself with this one. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Okay, so you also might want to build her with a little bit of like HP in mind as well when you build this character for her gear. Okay, interesting. So this one sounds like it could be pretty good. I mean, let me see, because if we go to Shadow of the Moon, right? When bind card is used, reset. Let's see, if you 3 or higher, change the Shadow of the Moon. What I'm wondering though is that if you were to like say we use this, right? If you use this version, this Epiphany here, and you create the Shadow of the Moon, it says that you need 3 or higher to create a Shadow of the Moon, or it changes into Shadow of the Moon. So what I'm wondering is that, will that like work as in like you use this card, this Epiphany, you get Shadow of the Moon, does that give you the 3 bind? I don't think it does, but if it does, that actually would make this card kind of good, because then you can kind of get like a bit of a jump start to that, and you get immediate 3, and then you just need like 2 more ready to go, right? I don't think that's how that would work, but if it does, that'd be pretty cool. Otherwise, it like if you just get one shot of the moon, it's not bad, and it could be useful in some cases where like it can get you that extra, like, you know, because this is gonna like play into your more damaging cards, I'm assuming. But in terms of like my initial opinion, I don't think this one's too bad, but it just depends like on the rest of your cards and like how often you're able to get Shadow of the Moons, and like if it's a little bit easier too, but not too bad, I think. Then we got Karmic Flames, or I mean, I'll call it Karmic Flames, but we got the last one here. Initiation and Exhaust, 1 Curse Shackle. So all of them basically give Curse Shackle, which is good, I think. And then when a target is inflicted with the Curse Shackle, and if they're defeated, you create this card. But this is also an exhaust card, okay. So you basically apply the effect to the enemy, and then this card will be created. I mean, I guess this could be kind of good, right? Because you can kind of like continuously get Curse Shackle cards. And then, oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting. And then if you use Bind, you get Shadow of the Moon Plus. But otherwise, if you use, yeah. So if you're using this one with the Curse Shackles, let's see. When 5 Will-O-Wisp are gained, Curse Shackle. When an ally uses an attack card other than a Bind on a target and a Curse Shackles, they gain 1 Will-O-Wisp on each hit count. I don't know if this one's really that good. I think this would be good if you're trying to be like maybe like an AoE version of her, where you're gonna be fighting multiple enemies. This could be pretty strong on that, so you can continuously get it over and over again. But I don't think it's gonna be that good for bosses. Huh? I think her best ones. Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know how good the plus what or the extra hit here is, because I don't know if it's actually really that good or not. Definitely can build different decks with this, right? But there's no like easy way, because I have to play with her. But I can't really tell like which one's like would probably be like the better one, because they'll seem pretty good in their own right. This one might not be that good though, because this is just like you get extra damage, but at the same time, that's like not a bad thing either, right? This one could be pretty good too, because depending on like how well, let's look at the other cards, right? Because this could also be pretty good, right? If you could like, you know, pair it up with another card to make it like a 0 cost, that could be pretty good too. But yeah, all these are pretty interesting. Okay, we'll just keep moving on. So Tsukuyomi, 2 Will-O-Wisp for each hit of the next attack card of this unit used. Okay, that's pretty good. So you basically get, so for every hit you get 2 Will-O-Wisp, and then if you get, for every 5 Will-O-Wisp, you will get 1 Shadow of the Moon, and then it will get reset. Okay. Get Shadow of the Moon, and then we went over Shadow of the Moon. The weaker version just gives you like decent damage and 100% damage amount if you get 5 of these. Otherwise, if you get the plus version, which is the better one, you also get healing in there as well. Basically, the plus is the better version. And to get the plus version, you need to apply more bind, or you need to have more bind cards in your hand. So bind is the way you want to go, but the Will-O-Wisp isn't like a bad option either. It's just like less damage basically and low healing. Okay. And then Epiphany versions. So we have first one here, 3 Will-O-Wisp. So this one basically you get 3, so that's pretty good. That's already immediately pretty good one right there, making it a lot quicker to get those Will-O-Wisp stacking. Second one here, you get 1 hit to the next attack card of this unit, and then but now it's 1 Will-O-Wisp instead of 2, so this gets decreased by 1, but you get an additional hit. So kind of averages out, but I think the 3 is better. But at the same time, it does say of the next attack card used by this unit, so that's something else to keep in mind. So when you use this, you want to make sure you have your multi-hit card ready to go for Chizaru here, otherwise it's going to be wasted. Okay. And then the next one here, add 2 hits to the next Shadow of the Moon and Shadow of the Moon Plus used. That's interesting. Add additional hits to both of these. That could be pretty strong. I think that's basically increasing the. I'm pretty sure this would be increasing the damage exponentially for these cards. That sounds like it could be pretty good. Not gonna lie. This one is 3 Will-O-Wisp for each attack card of this unit in hand. So if you're able to, so if you want to run like a deck where you're able to, like with kind of like Casey's, where you're able to just want to like stack up a bunch of like a Chizaru's cards, you could do that too. And then you can have a ton of Will-O-Wisp that way, but I don't think that's going to be that good in my opinion. Or at least that's not one that would like I would want to choose personally. Last one here, unique and lead. When a attack card is used of this unit, 2 Will-O-Wisp. So basically, as long as you use an attack card from Chizaru, you will get 2 Will-O-Wisp every time, basically. But you can only have one version of this card. And then at lead, at the start of the turn, 50% chance to decrease cost of this card with this effect by 1. When a different card is used, the effect is removed. So this could still be a 0 cost technically. It'll just be a little bit more random. So the middle one seems like it's going to be good for outputting a lot of damage, or at least giving you a chance to output more damage with Shadow of the Moons. The first one's going to make it a little bit easier to get more Will-O-the-Wisp going on. And then the second and then the fourth one here are like different builds basically for how you want to build her specifically. Yeah, I'd say the best options for this one would probably be the last one and then the first one here. I think these would probably be... First one's like the safe bet you would go with. And the last one here is more of like, if you know you're able to copy and have like a lot of her attack cards going, you can run that way. And then you can kind of just spam more Will-O-Wisp that way, I think would be pretty good too. But the middle one's also pretty interesting too, where I think you're able to get a decent amount of output for damage, but it also depends on when you build your deck. But yeah, these are pretty cool. Okay. We got next one here, Bound at Dusk. So initiation and unique. At the start of the turn, gain inhibit, decrease cost by 1 until 1 random card of other commands are used. So this can be a 0 cost, I'm guessing. Let's see. Inhibit cannot gain AP except at the start of the turn or on Ravage. Add 1 hit to Shadow of the Moon plus. Okay, so basically, yeah, as like, if you guys didn't know, if you're also watching the stream, they basically it was like, you know, kind of from that, like, yeah, you probably wouldn't want to run first character. You basically are not able to run with Mika, and there's no point to run Mika with this character really. And then Ravage, when the monster's tenacity is fully reduced, activate the effect when Ravage 1 action point. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, that always has a thing. I don't know why they mentioned that here, unless it's saying you get like an additional one. Okay. Oh, they're just explaining the different ways. Okay, interesting. So you gain inhibit, which basically is this effect, and then decrease cost by 1 until random cards. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what else. Let's see what we have for the epiphanies. So you get inhibit, decrease cost by 1 until 2 random cards are used. Okay. That sounds like it could maybe be better. At the start of the turn, gain inhibit. When Shadow of the Moon plus is used, you decrease the cost of the next card by 1. You decrease the cost of the next card by 1 cards used by what? What is that? Huh? Well, when Shadow of the Moon plus is used, so when you use this, the next card decrease cost of the next 1 card or cards used by 1. So the next card will be decreased by 1, but then it mentions cards. That kind of gives me a bit of a mindfuck. I'm guessing it's just saying that the next card is going to be decreased by 1, but I don't know. A little bit of a mindfuck there. Let's see the next one here. You get inhibit at the start of the turn, and then you activate 2 random other cards of other combatants. This one doesn't sound that good. I mean, this could be kind of good in some situations where it'll activate the cards so you don't have to worry about the AP, but since it's random, I don't think it's going to be that good personally. The next one here, you still get inhibit, and then you activate 2 random lead cards. I mean, I guess in some situations, depending on how you want to build your deck, this could maybe work with Chizaru's cards, like if you're able to apply leads to some of them, but otherwise I don't think it's that good. Then the final one here, decrease cost of the card with the highest cost by 2. Yeah, I think... I don't know exactly how the second one works, but I think it's probably going to be you want to go for the first or the second one here. The last couple don't seem too crazy to me in my opinion, but I think the first and the second one might be the best bet. This one might not be too bad either, but it's only one card, so that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's that crazy. Personally, I think these two would probably be better. Bit of an interesting thing though. Oni Hunt. Haste. 6% damage times 3, 30% damage amount to the next bind card used. Okay, so basically you deal damage by a sizable amount, I'd say. And then the next card gets a 30% damage buff. But it has to be a bind card. Well, damage amount to the next bind card. Yeah, so basically any bind card that's used gets a free 30% damage buff. And then the Epiphanies here, no 0 cost. So this one, you decrease the damage, but now you get give a 30 or 40% damage buff to the next card. That's bind. And then the next one here is just 180 damage, and then 60% damage amount to the next bind card used. So it's literally just... Isn't this one just way better? Okay, I see. So the initial damage is better, but there's no multiplicative damage, so I think you're technically doing a little bit less or middle, but you do get 60% damage to the next bind card, so that could be pretty good. The next one here is the initial damage is the same. However, if there are no other attack cards in hand, you add 2 hits to this card, so it's okay. They're basically just making this card specifically do more damage. This one turns into a skill card. You create 2 moon slashes. You apply exhaust to those cards and decrease cost by 1 until used. So these will get decreased by 1, and then you get 2 of these. Okay. That doesn't sound too bad. But the moon slashes here themselves don't really do anything seemingly, so I don't know if it's that good. But if you think about it too, right, you are getting 1 hit from these, and then if you have an ability to give you multiple hits for your other cards, this could work well with that, because then that way you would have 2 of these cards, and if there's a way to apply increased hits to other cards, you can apply that to these 2 moon slashes maybe, and you can get multiple hits that way. So that could work pretty well too. So that actually might not be a bad option if you wanted to go down that route. And the last one here, upgrade. 40% damage amount to Shadow the Moon. So Shadow the Moon gets a big buff, and then at the start of the turn you get 3 Will-O-Wisp. I think this one's pretty good too. I'd say my favorite ones are probably gonna be, honestly, I really like all of them. I think all of them are really interesting. I think I might try Oni Hunt. I don't know why I keep saying the name of the card. It's literally the same thing for all of them. But I think the last one here is pretty good. I think I'm gonna try for this one. Otherwise, I'm gonna probably stick with maybe the first 2 here, just to get the increased damage amount for the next bind card. But of course, I'll have to see what the bind card actually is. But at the same time, the create 2 moon slashes also sounds pretty interesting too. But I think the best one might be this one, just to increase Shadow of the Moon plus, so that one gets even more damage output. But okay. And then we already went Shadow of the Moon. These don't have any epiphanies, and then that's basically it. Okay, and interesting. But they didn't really mention anything about bind cards though, right? Because it says the next bind card when the next bind card is used. But what exactly is the bind card? Because I don't see anything that like mentions bind. So unless Curse Shackles is the bind. Let's see, when an ally uses an attack card other than a bind card on the target, gain Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Bind. When bind cards of this unit are in a hand, stack into 1. But like, what exactly is the bind card though? That's what I'm a little bit confused on. Is what exactly is the bind? Oh yeah, we didn't check our ultimate. So this is our ultimate. So 250% damage, 50% damage amount for each Shadow of the Moon, specifically, not plus, but maybe plus counts too. Max is 10. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Basically, you just want to have a way to have a ton. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I was like, where's the bind? There it is. I'm fucking blind as shit. Okay. Hold on, I need to get my water real quick. I forgot to grab it earlier. Alright, I'm fucking stupid as shit. Okay. It's right here. Okay, so the bind comes from... I'm so dumb. It comes from Shadow of the Moon. Shadow of the Moon gives you the bind. And then it's saying... Okay, I literally did not read this enough, did I? I just focused on this, but I forgot to read the fucking other part up here. Okay, so... You get one bind from this, and then... If you have... Let's see, when bind cards of this unit are in hand, stack into one card. If bind is 3 or higher... So this gives you... So this is considered a bind card, and if you have 3 of these, they'll transform into Shadow of the Moon Plus. And then... Yeah, and then you get that, and then... For each binding stack, so if you get like... If you have like... The, you know, all the initial Shadow of the Moons or the other cards, get you more Shadow of the Moons, and then eventually plus. They stack, you get 5 of them, you use them, they reset, yada yada yada. Those get you your binds, basically. Okay, so that's what gets you your bind, basically. Okay. And then that's how you get your shadow. That's another way you get your Shadow of the Moon pluses. So Will-O-Wisp, you get Shadow of the Moon. More Shadow of the Moons, you get Shadow of the Moon Plus, basically. Okay, so it's kind of like multi-stage upgrade, essentially, is how she works with how you want to do things, I guess. Where you build up to get your Shadow of the Moons by building up Will-O-Wisp. You want to build up Will-O-Wisp, you get 5, you get Shadow of the Moon. Then you build up another 5 of Shadow of the Moon specifically, or 3 of the Shadow of the Moon. Then you get Shadow of the Moon Plus. You continuously, so I think you need like 15 Shadow of the Moons. Then you get your Shadow of the Moon Plus, or you could also have some cards that get you Shadow of the Moon Plus specifically, and that way it'll make it a little bit faster, so you get your 5 stacks going. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. So this one gets you one already started, so it can be pretty good. This one gets you your extra hits, and then Will-O-Wisp. You get 1 Shadow Moon. Forgot, how do you get the Will-O-Wisp going again? When you get 5 of them, you get, well, yeah, you get that. Wasn't there another way to get it? Will-O-Wisp, or am I tripping? Let me see, where was the effect where like it's talking about hits? Let's get you hits. And then, yeah, so then you would use the Oni Hunt card here. If you use this, then the next bind card used gets 40% damage, which basically you're still giving that damage amount to Shadow of the Moon, basically, is what that's saying. Okay, so basically what this is just saying here is 40% damage amount to the next Shadow of the Moon or Shadow of the Moon Plus used, because both of them have bind. Granted, I'm assuming this also probably means that, like, for any future characters, unless there's any characters that exist I maybe don't know about, but basically for any future characters that have bind, this could work for them by her being a bit of a support character and giving them up 40%, 60% damage buff to bind cards. Because this is not saying specifically to Chizaru, it's just saying whatever is the next bind card that will give a 40% or 60% damage buff. So you could probably build a version of Chizaru where she's maybe some more support character and run like the fattest version of this, which would be like the 60% here, and then boom, whichever character like is maybe a better DPS or is also a DPS character that has bind cards, slap it on that, or any other cards that maybe you get that will be added in the future that have bind specifically, you could put into that gets extra buff, you know. So okay, Otherwise, it's basically just, for the time being, it's basically just saying Shadow of the Moon and Shadow of the Moon Plus will be getting 40% damage buff, 60% damage buff, or you could get this other one, this unique here, which gets you the 40% Shadow of the Moon Plus, or 40% damage amount for Shadow of the Moon Plus, and then you also get 3 Will o' the Wisp, which kind of helps you get your rotation up again. Okay, but I'm trying to remember what effect was it where you want extra hits, like where the hit count matters. That's what I'm kind of getting confused on. Is what part did it mention where she wants to have extra hits to, like, because I think I remember I seen there's like an effect where it's like the more hits you do, the more stacks you get of something, but I don't remember what it was that she has that for. Is it this? Let's see, because bind is it when you have those. When an ally uses an attack card other than bind on a target and cursed state, you get 1 Will o' Wisp for each hit. This is the one I was looking for. Okay, for each hit count. So the multiple hits is so you can get 1 Will o' Wisp. Okay. When an ally uses an attack card other than a bind card on a target. So you basically can't use Chizaru's Shadow of the Moon cards to get this to stack up Will o' Wisp, but you can probably use her other cards to stack up the Will o' Wisp count, right? And then yeah, this will give you an extra hit. Okay, this gives you Shadow of the Moon. And then this one gets you more Will o' Wisp to get you going with Shadow of the Moon. This gives you an increase to the next attack card this unit used. Okay. When attack card of this unit is used, 2 Will o' Wisp. So what I'm thinking, right, is you could maybe use this one. Now that I think about it, the 2 hits to Shadow of the Moon, Shadow of the Moon Plus might not be that great because it's not going into that like circular motion of like Will o' Wisp. And then, you know, for Shadow of the Moon, then Shadow of the Moon Plus, it's not really building into that because it's only giving you the hits for Shadow of the Moon, and that's not giving you that increase for Will o' Wisp. But it'll probably just give you a bit more damage, right? It's just not going to play into that. But what I'm thinking is that this one here on the far right saying when an attack card is used by this unit, you get 2 Will o' Wisp, right? And so what I was thinking is that the other card, the other Epiphany, where you get 2 of her basic swords, where was it, yeah, create 2 moon slashes. You could pop this would get you 4 Will o' Wisp, right? This would get you 4, but it would cost 3 AP is the only thing, which would kind of be a little bit annoying. But you get 4 Will o' Wisp, then you would need another way to get like one more, right, to get more Will o' Wisp, but it might not be too bad of an option. But yeah, okay. Interesting. So I kind of have a bit of an idea on paper as to how she works and kind of how the way you want to build her. Now we actually have to play with her, but it is already an hour though, which kind of sucks because I need to go to bed soon. But we'll just quickly build her as best as we can, and then we'll just we'll get things going from there. All right, cool. I just wanted to like kind of theory build a little bit. I was like, oh hey, you know, how would I go about building this character? Or not building, but like, well, I guess yeah, building, but more so like how the fuck does she even work, right? Is more so what I was kind of going by. Cause I was like, how the fuck do you build Chizaru here? How does she want to be built? Now I know. I just need to grind up her materials, which I don't have enough XP for. Awesome. I need to farm a lot more XP. And then I think there's a new gear set, if I'm correct, as well. Alright, let me... Also, I haven't done my dailies yet because the whole reset, so we'll do this real quick. This... I need more XP, man. Alright. Get me in here. Let's see, what do we got? Let's go for this one, I guess. I just kind of go for whatever it looks like has higher rarity. Sure, I'll grab that. Let's grab this. I don't even know what that is. Grab this one. I'll grab this. Sure, why not? I'll get some cake. This seems the most obvious. Probably bet. Let's see, Garden Cafe. God, I don't know why I got a tutorial for that again. Let me buy these. Gonna buy. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting hit with the tutorial again. Maybe because of maintenance, I guess. But it's like, bro, I already went through this. I don't need to go through the tutorial for that again. Okay. No, that's not it. Looking for the shop. Need to buy some money, or not money, XP. Yeah, character XP. Gimme. Sure, why not? And then she is purple, so we'll buy these as well. I don't think it's gonna be enough, but we'll see. There you are. Oh yeah, that's not enough at all. I have to go farm XP. Unfortunate. And then I think there's a new artifacts if I'm correct. Let's upgrade you. I was very prepared for Chizaru here, as you can clearly see. Very prepared, you know, I had all the materials ready to go to level this character up, for sure. Definitely. Ready to go here. 200 down. Yeah, 50 is fine for now. Which one? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Get this pumping. Get this. This one. This one. This one. Sure. 5% damage amount to Chizaru's Moon Slash. And then Chizaru's attack is greater than 600. More damage to bind cards. Okay. Change Moon Slash card effect to 60% damage. Oh, okay, so basically just gives Moon Slash an actual effect here. Okay. Alright, and then we're gonna want to level up your unique. I don't have any more, do I? Nope. Gotta farm those two. Alrighty. And then I can't level up Trist, so I'm gonna do a lot of grinding off stream. Yeah, I could technically call it off here, but, you know. Why bother, right? Just gonna do a little bit of boring stuff here to level up. Let me see, is there a new gear? Am I tripping? Oh, here we go. Yeah, because I'm like, I know there's a new gear. This is probably gonna be for next character coming out, I'm assuming? Probably. And then this is gonna be, Chizaru's new set. Which, you know, I am tempted to farm right now, but what I need right now mainly is EXP. Let's double check. There's no other ways I'm forgetting that I can get XP, right? I mean, there's the battle pass, which I could buy. See, what do I get initially when I buy the battle pass again? Oh, it doesn't really say. Alright, that's fine. We'll just do like a run here. Hmm? I do not remember this one. I do not remember that run. Alright, whatever. Let's run it. But yeah, you know, if you guys did any pulls for Chizaru, let me know how they went down, you know? Let me know if you guys, you know, got lucky, you guys got her or not. A very nice character. Pretty glad I got her. But to be fair, I haven't really used her at all, but that's pretty cool. I will say, what is it? Is it tomorrow? Yeah, I want to say like tomorrow. Tomorrow we're probably going to be going ahead and doing Nikkei. Not guaranteed, but I'd say there's a good chance we'll probably be on tomorrow night to do Nikkei, and we're going to be streaming the new update for Nikkei, checking out the new Christmas stuff, doing polls for, I think it's Diesel first? I think it's Diesel first. I want it to be Bread, but I'm pretty sure it's Diesel first, so we'll be checking out the new patch when that goes live, probably. If not, it'll be like later in the week, but probably we'll be checking that out, so be on the lookout for that. And maybe we'll do more Chaos Zero Nightmare afterwards, since there's not going to be too much to do on Nikkei, besides the initial, like, part 1 of the event, first half specifically, right? And then the polls and whatever else is new for that. So, next stream, if we do it later tomorrow or later today, it should probably be a lot longer. It shouldn't be too short. But yeah, it should definitely be about an hour. I'll probably stream for like another 10 minutes, we'll see. I do want to do like a run on Chaos with my Chizaru, but like, she's not ready, you know. I need to farm the new gear, and then I also need to level her up. So I don't know if we're even gonna get to Chaos at all tonight. Maybe we'll be able to start a run, but like I do really need to getting off soon here. I'm just like not ready to, like, you know, I'm not really ready to take her on to like any Chaos runs at the moment. But we'll see what we can get done. But there's a good chance that we may have to postpone doing too much stuff with Chizaru, at least on stream here. And then them have to be saved for like the next stream where we do like Nikkei stuff. But yeah, hopefully, you know, hopefully as long as nothing like bad happens or weird, I'll be able to hop on tomorrow, you know, be able to get, you know, going. Otherwise, if I'm not able to hop on tomorrow night for whatever reason, I might be hopping on either on the weekend or it might be like a next week thing, because I also am busy with like the last couple of weeks here of like uni. Let's do one more run. But yeah, I'm busy with my last couple of weeks of uni here, so if I'm not on by tomorrow, and then if I'm not on by the weekend, then I'll probably have to be like a next week thing, probably. But we'll see how things go regardless. But I'll let you guys know, just in case you guys are wondering. And I've been kind of lacking with streams lately. And also the YouTube a little bit. But, you know, it's just I've been pretty fucking, what's the word, like piss poor. I've been pretty bad about like managing my time with everything, because there's so much stuff I want to do and then I have to do, so it's been a little bit difficult for me to like manage every single one of those things. Also, man, the AI fucking sucks. It literally was like, hey, let me use both cards, not use the attack card, I swear. That can be so fucking dumb sometimes. It like actually annoys me. Like, it's like, what are we doing, you know? It's like what exactly are we doing here? What's the game plan, you know? Yeah. It just, I swear, the AI needs to fucking be improved. The AI is like too dumb sometimes, like too dumb. It just gets so frustrated sometimes with like the AI, because it's like, what exactly are we doing? That's how I feel. It's like, what are we doing here sometimes? Because it's like, clearly, you know, we could be doing way more work here, but we're not for some reason. And it just confuses me, you know? It's like what's the plan? What exactly is the plan? I'll just stop there. Let AI finish here. Oh, like, okay. We're just using recovery, reload. We're spamming retain heal, even though we're already max heal. I guess for the shield, I guess. Sure, why not? I guess. We're using Mika's ultimate. We're drawing a card. Or we're doing that for some reason. Okay, cool. I'll just do these. I'll do this, get this. We'll just get extra reload pumping. Alright, there we go. Get the extra fat damage from reload. I don't think there's enough EXP, but we'll see how much we can get. How much EXP this gives our girl Chizaru here. Just want to get her to at least level 50, at least. At least that'll be enough to get her, like, kind of working. Damn, I still need 4 more levels? Fuck. I don't think there's any other ways that gets me, like, more EXP. Besides the battle pass. I mean... Let's see. It's not that I don't want to, it's that I'm just kind of waiting on my... I'm kind of waiting to get money so I can buy things, because I'm kind of a little bit low on funds at the moment. Let me see. Yeah, because I don't think there's any other places where I can get like EXP from, at least reliably. Yeah, because this doesn't have anything. How much is the battle pass? Let me see. It's like $10, right? Yeah. Let me see. Let me give it a look. No, we'll wait on this one. We'll wait. We'll wait a little bit. I just need to wait like 1 day. I just need to wait 1 day and I can get it. So, that's fine. It's just because I want to get the EXP from it, but like, it's not even that much EXP anyways. Like, technically. I just wish there was like another way I can get EXP like quickly, but there really isn't. But, oh well. Yeah, because I already bought all the XP that's available in the shop anyways, as is. I mean, there's this, but I have to do that. It's gonna take a little too much time. Yeah, because I already bought the XP here, so there's no point. I mean, I could buy... can't really buy... I mean, I could buy the packs, but... Let's see, this one, the one I got mixed up, it's the wrong pack. I could spend this. I could spend another 590 of my currency. You know, it's only like half a multi. It's not that bad. That's not that bad. You know. I'm a dolphin. You know, I'm a bit of a dolphin, so it's fine. We need this. We need this right now. Anyways, you know, it's fine. We need this right now. No worries. I really need this. Oh boy. Alright, and then we'll give Tressa some love. 42. Damn, not the... Okay, I got... Oh, that's right, because she's the same attributes. I forgot. Oh yeah, what? Oh, let me give you this. Apparently I didn't do these. Let's go for this one. This one's kind of cool. But I was thinking is that I did not give her a partner, did I? Oh, I give her this chick. I could probably max a 2-pit, huh? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can max 2-pit. Sure, why not? Okay. Can't use my Tressa because she's not leveled up. Same thing with Casey, so they're gonna have to sit down for a bit. Which sucks because the kinda, you know, Chizaru kinda wants them. So, it's a bit of a downside on that part. Oh, one thing we didn't do though, is that we can do right now, is we can do this. Give her 2 of these. And then we'll give her the rest of these, at least for 10. There we go. Very nice. Oh, I didn't give her favorite items. Oops. I probably shouldn't have used those then. Oh well. Let's see. How's the wallpaper look? Perk mode. Ooh, this is very nice. It's like New Year's almost a little bit. This is very, very nice. Okay. Big fan of this one. Alright, let's do... I also heard something about Renoa getting a bit of a buff too, which is interesting. Definitely interested in check that out. Could build new teams here. Let's see. What slot's going to be sacrificed here? Probably this one. I don't really use this team anymore. Man, they need to give us more team slots, man. 6 is not enough. I need more. I need more team slots. This is not enough. Alright, so we'll do Chizaru. And then eventually I want to have Tressa. And then I think Ray might be pretty good too on that team. I think Ray's gonna probably be pretty good. I feel like this is like the general team you're probably gonna be running, I'd assume. But another option that probably wouldn't be too bad would probably be Nia, just for just the attack buffs. And then Cassius. Who knows, maybe Barrel's also pretty good too. But for the time being, I'll just run I'm gonna run a pseudo team here just because my other characters aren't built yet, unfortunately. And then Veronica. We'll try something like this out. Probably shouldn't be running Chizaru now I think about it because she's not leveled up, but we'll just see what happens because I'm curious. I'm just curious to see what happens. I need to do a lot more grinding for these characters. Let's do auto. So we'll do this. Do this. I'll do this one. We'll do this. No, we'll get rid of Oni Hunt. It's fine. Okay, we'll do this. Do this. Ooh, that's a little bit risky. We'll do this. Let's do the shield, I guess. Alright, here we go. We got another stack going. We got another stack. Where can I see how many stacks I have? Tranquil marker. I feel like I'm dumb. Oh, is that what it is? Bind 3. Okay, so let's say bind 3. Okay, so let's say I have 3 stacks currently. Okay. Because I was like, how many stacks do I have? Is there a way to check that? That's right, it's right there. Okay. Alright, let's do... Let's do this. Do this. Do this. Make damage. Then we'll do... Stop 3 stacks, we'll do this. Do that. It doesn't really matter. All these are pretty mid. Do this one. Oh, we can probably kill right here, right? Oh, I guess we just kill by doing this. Oh, she's pretty strong, even without doing too much right there. You know, this is for the other card, or for the other set. I was like, damn, this is good. And it's like, oh no, this is for the void set. Oops. Well, that's not good. That was pretty ass. That's pretty ass. Alright, let's do like an actual fast team for this. My Renoa team. This should be pretty quick. Pretty fast, I'd imagine. I don't know if I want to run any team with Chizaru though in Chaos without having my like Tressa leveled up though. Because I think Tressa with Cassius or Ray and Chizaru are going to be like a really good team comp right there, but they're not leveled up at all is the problem. And so I'm kind of like, I kind of don't want to do any runs until those 2 to 3 supports are like leveled up and ready to go. So that's why I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't know, I kind of want to wait a little bit. Make sure that AI is not done with this. Let's do this. Yeah, let's auto it. Could you imagine how strong this Renault would be if I actually had like a left 5-star support or something? It'd be crazy. I know for most characters you probably want to run that like, what is it, 222 build, but I think I kind of like running the 4-2 builds personally, even though they're not really the most optimal technically. Even with this new set, like you probably still want to run the 222 set for Chizaru, which is like a little bit funnier to me, where it's like, hey, brand new character, brand new set, and oops, the brand new set actually isn't the best set to run on her. Technically, you still want to run the 222 set, which is like, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? The best set isn't the new set that just came out for the character, right? Alright. I think it's just like a bit funny where like that's still the case. Alright, let's get cheers going. Would you like some help? I don't know if that's even a good option. Nope, clearly wasn't. Alright, get that out of the way. I'll do like 2 more runs of gear. And then I might have to call it there actually, because it is getting really fucking late and I need to go to bed. Unfortunately. Alright. Let's do this. Next level. But I need to look at the gear set for what would be a pretty good like optimal 4 build. For sure it's going to be this set here. But in terms for the other 2-piece part, I'm gonna assume it'll probably be like generic like attack set or the crit set probably is what you will be running as like generic other two-piece most likely, I'd imagine. But I think there's also the one cost set that might not be too bad of an option either, but I don't know. Ooh. I swear it's gonna do all that. It's gonna do the heal cards, isn't it? Alright, there we go. I swear the AI is like, hey, let's just use all the fucking random ass cards instead for some weird reason. Ooh, this is pretty good. Okay. This is a pretty good card right here. Or not card, art gear here. The only thing is that, like, let me see. This, I wonder if this is also good with Tressa. When hitting 2 enemies one time with a 1 attack card, to avoid cards for 1 turn, 2 times per turn. I do wonder if this would be good for Tressa as well. But there's the other set that I think is a DOT set, so I don't know. I confirm. Still got like a few more levels to this. Let me see, because there's, what set was it? Crit damage of 1 cost cards. This one, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think this one could also maybe be good, but because her cards can be 1 cost, but they can also be a little bit higher. So, but that one's kind of like up in the air on that one. This one probably wouldn't be running. It's the Order. Agony. This is the one I think Tressa would be running for the 2-piece. Card is exhausted. The thing is that Chizaru doesn't exhaust any cards, so that's that. I don't know if Tressa does though. I need because I don't know what she does exactly because I haven't used her. But the generic one for Chizaru would probably be that one. I'd imagine. There's also this one's whatever. Yeah, so it's probably just gonna be the Executioner or the Blackwing. That's gonna be the 2-piece for Chizaru probably. Well, these are 4 cost, right? Yeah, these are 4 cost. Kind of funny how our first like new dungeon here is literally, or for gear, is literally like both are 4 cost. You know, because it's like so far we only had gear where it's like 4 and 2 cost. Now it's only 4 and 4. But I don't know if it'll be like that all the time. So who knows, right? Oh, these are kind of whatever. I mean, we might as well, I guess. Oh, I guess it's because I didn't take any damage yet. Oh well. Oops. Discard. These 2. I fucked up. I should have used the soul rip for. Oh, actually, I could not have even used it first, anyways. We'll just do these 2. This. Do this. Dead. Oh, it's whatever. My Reroll is so fucking strong right now. This looks pretty good too. I do wonder, would extra damage even be good for Chizaru? I don't think so, right? Because she's not really doing extra damage, so I don't think she would really be benefiting that much from that. Yeah, I don't think she really would, huh? For my extra damage? Yeah, I think probably for her you wouldn't be running anything that has like extra damage. Tressa would, because you're playing DOTs, but I don't think you would be for Chizaru. Oh, why? Oh my gosh, this AI is fucking gonna kill me. It was like, you know what? Let's discard a damage card from our Noah and let's leave the bum water arrow card and then the blessing of the water and the whirlpool. Like what are we doing, man? And then in fact that it only discards one as well. It's like, okay, man, screw me, I guess. Like what? Like what are we doing? Oh my gosh, I swear. But sure, throw the water arrow, I guess. I swear this AI is gonna fucking kill me. Like what was the game plan for that one, man? Like, seriously. Let's go with... Sure, let's go with that. So, do this. Alright, nice. Critical chance. Sadly, the debuff or the subsets are mid as fuck. Alright, another run. Man, I wish I had more. Yeah, I wish I had more stamina. Cause now I need like a lot more EXP. Okay, let's do this. Okay, that's whatever. Another gear back, huh? Okay. Take that. Let's draw. Anything good? Not really. We'll just activate these two. Get these. I'll let the AI decide. No, and of course it does the stupid, hey, let's just exhaust the existing dirge bullet to make another dirge bullet, which I mean, might be a good idea, but I don't think so, especially because I only decided to choose one. Whatever, I mean, it doesn't matter, we're gonna win anyways, but still, it's like, my head! What is our decisions from the AI sometimes? Like, fuck, oh, what the fuck, this is crack. Damn, this is a really good, I mean, damage over time might not be that good, but like, hey, that's pretty good. Okay, okay. Getting good pieces for the wrong set. Alright. Man, my Renault is so fucking strong, man. So strong. She's not even built like super crazy, I think. But like, she's still really strong. Love that queen over here. Alright, let's build you up with what we got at the moment, which isn't really much. Where are the pieces I just got? I'll get you with this. I mean, it's not like I have any like good pieces really, but I'm just gonna throw whatever I have at the moment. Throw that crit. I don't really know if crit. Actually, yeah, crit would probably be good on her. I'd imagine. I don't see why not. Yeah, we're gonna get pieces from this. And good goblets. That'll work for now. This one's probably the best one. But the other subsets are pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty awful. Anything else I have that's better? Not really. Yeah, these are all pretty ass. We'll just give her like more crit chance, I guess. This can just be... This will just give her that attack set for right now. Alright. Some goofy ass set here. Alright, Tressa. I don't know. Would Tressa be good with the new set? Two times per turn for 20% damage amount to void cards. I don't know. Let me see. Does she have anything that where she can exhaust cards or no? Because if she doesn't, then there's probably no point. Let's see. Exhaust, create 4 shadow daggers. Every time a shadow dagger is used, you exhaust them. Okay. And then you have the whole agony thing. Okay. More agony, more agony, more agony. We can... Yeah, I mean... What's the case? This isn't a bad one, but... You could probably make this one. Increase the damage amount of void card 20% one time. I guess maybe this is what you would go for? And then Ray could run the other set maybe? I don't know, something like that I guess would be pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But we'll just slap around with this set for now. Agony. I don't know if she would even care about crit. I think attack would be better. Just like overall, just having more attack and extra damage for sure. Actually, no, damage over time. Yeah, no, damage over time is what she would want. Not fucking, not extra damage. It would want damage over time is what we want. Yeah, something like this, but with attack as well. That could be pretty good. What the fuck? This is so good. The main stat's just awful. Hold up, what are we missing? Yeah, we need one of those. Do I have a better one? Not there. How about here? Just crits. Damage over time? No, okay. How about this? We do this one, because that's already pretty good, and then we swap. Which one do we swap with? That works. Okay. Oh no, it's instinct. Oh, oops. Oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for. Damage over time? Damage over time. I'll take that. Okay, that works. There we go. And then Ray, I'll probably run a 2-2-2 for Ray, to be honest. Though to be fair, running the new set does sound tempting, but it wouldn't really make any sense. I think the 2-2-2 makes way more sense with Ray. Just for like basically the same thing around on my Mika here is what makes most sense. Just the 2-2-2-2-2. Alright, well, I'll figure that out later because it's late and I need to go to bed. Alright, well, streams for a little bit longer than I meant to, but it's okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna hop off. I'll probably be doing, if I do hop on tomorrow, we'll do Nikkei, and then afterwards, I'll probably hop on back to Calzero Nightmare, do some more grinding, doing more leveling up for Chizaru, testing more stuff out, and seeing how all that fun stuff goes, and then maybe checking out the story content or whatever, and whatever else. But yeah, with that being said though, if you guys did enjoy your time here, consider following, consider subscribing. I do try to stream and do YouTube videos as often as I can. I try to go for about once a week. Sometimes it has been a little bit rough to do that, but I try to do it as often as I can for the most part. Anyways, with that being said, good thing I summons if you guys are pulling for Chizaru because she's a pretty good character. Or not, well, it depends, right? Because you kind of don't really need her. But if you like her, I don't see why not. But anyways, without further ado, I don't know why I said further ado. I need to stop saying that. But anyways, I need to go to bed. But yeah, thank you for anybody who stopped by or who enjoyed your time here. It does greatly help me out if you guys do like the stream, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Really does help me out. But like I said, now I'll be heading off. Hope you guys have a good night or good morning, and hope your pulls go well with whatever gacha games you guys are playing. Peace and take care, everybody.